What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
He suggested that there could be a connection between all of them. I was left speechless when I realized that I possessed a skill that had already been sacrificed. If I were to reveal this information, it could have serious consequences for me. Even if I choose to stay quiet, there could still be repercussions. Seal-san stayed silent during moments like this, making me take a wait-and-see approach. After Guy explained about skills, it was important to refocus our attention.
Along with Guy's explanation, it seems that angelic skills have a control circuit that enforces absolute obedience. Having such a skill makes one unable to resist Michael's commands. Dino probably fell under this influence, so we shouldn't consider him an ally if we come across him.
That makes things complicated. He may have his flaws, but that rascal is stronger than we thought.
De Gruel grumbled in response. Undeterred, Ruminas added with a serious tone.
Even more worrying is Velzard's siding with the enemy. Could Velgrin be involved with them too?
De Gruel agreed that this presented a big dilemma. Even though I wanted to act clueless, I had to share information about Velgrind. Ruminas already knew, so the truth would come out eventually. Before I could say anything, Leon interjected.
Wait, we should focus on finding out if anyone else has an angelic skill. Velgrin's story can wait.
Indeed, Leon's direct approach was praiseworthy. The former chosen hero showed great courage.
Leon, I'm glad you brought that up.
Guy expressed his approval. When planning today's meeting agenda, I knew this was the most important issue. The real question was who would bring it up. Discussing this would mean doubting the loyalty of our companions. The best way to dispel doubts would be to reveal one's own abilities. Thus, Guy and Ruminas had already shared their powers earlier. Those aware of the situation would have spoken up preemptively to avoid suspicion. I guess I joined the party a bit late.
Hey, you're not suggesting I'm a suspect, right?
All good. You weren't in the mix from the start.
That's right. This is because Seal told me Ramirez's power is in a different league. Seal said her power wasn't from Veldanava, but rather something she had as a deity. When I heard that, I was convinced about Ruminas.
I'm unique. I don't fully understand my power.
No need to fret, Milam. A force possessing such immense power would undoubtedly be a skill aligned with the ultimate skill, Justice King Michael.
Basically, the Wrath King Satanel. I don't know much about it, but it seems pretty powerful.
Next up is me. Truth be told, my connection with my skill isn't quite like yours. I'm more akin to Ramirez. I was born with this power as well.
We all stayed quiet after this, but I felt he was telling the truth. Milam, who was perceptive, remained silent as well.
I believe you, De Gruel.
Me too. I'm on board.
Well, if Rimuru and Milam trust you, count me in too.
So, 3 out of 7 were on board. De Gruel had the majority with us, but there were more supporters.
I trust you too.
Then I will too.
Leon dropped his suspicions about De Gruel casually, while Ramirez eagerly joined in. Ruminas was still undecided.
I'd really like to face De Gruel right now, but I suppose I'll have to pass this time.
Ruminas, that's what they call natural virtue. Too bad.
It's so noisy. If someone is truly manipulating you, I'll find it amusing how easily influenced you are.
De Gruel and Ruminas don't seem to get along well, but there's an odd level of trust between them. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. In any case, De Gruel has been cleared of suspicion. Ruminas claimed to have the lustful King Asmodeus, and Guy claimed to have the pride King Lucifer. That just leaves myself and Leon. I decided to take the lead, saying with a smile.
I'll stay quiet. I have many skills, but I don't feel like sharing them with you.
My statement was met with a smile. Since my skill is unique, I don't want to openly discuss my ultimate skills, Void God Azathoth, and Fertility King Shub Niggurath. Talking about them seriously might come off as bragging. Thinking no one would believe me, I chose to remain silent, only to be shut down.
That's not a good enough explanation.
Guy quickly dismissed. So, maybe that approach didn't work, but there could still be a chance.
I trust Rimuru, so don't worry about telling me anything. Just promise me some honey later.
Milam confidently stated, showing either trust or cleverness.
In that case, cake is good for me. Make it 3 days worth.
Hinted Ramirez, suggesting she could be swayed with treats too. Even though giving 3 days worth would be a hassle, I reluctantly agreed.
Fine. I promise Milam 3 big jars of Apito honey and Ramirez 3 days worth of my dessert.
I declared, showing my commitment.
Count on me. Rimuru is definitely reliable.
Of course. It was Rimuru who first spilled the beans about the angelic system. It's not smart to lay all your cards out. Maintaining independence is crucial.
Ruminas made a good point, right? She's not always sharp, but every now and then she surprises us with her cleverness. The other demon lords seemed swayed by the convincing argument.
You're right. If someone I trust betrays me, it reflects badly on me too. So, I trust Rimuru.
DeGruel chuckled as he concluded. Now that most of us, including myself, have voted, one more person in agreement would be perfect. With that in mind, I turned to Ruminas.
What? I'm not easily influenced.
I cut her off. That settles it.
Shuna has designed a new swimsuit.
What?
Got her. As predicted, Ruminas is more vulnerable when caught off guard.
Together with Ruminas, we've created a beach inside the labyrinth.
It's fantastic.
A hidden oasis in a paradise.
Rimuru, we need to talk.
Swimming in crystal clear water, soaking up the sun's rays without worry of burns, all in the labyrinth. And you can get a tan too.
Hold on a sec.
Women enjoying freedom in a secluded spot.
Alright, I have some suggestions and requests. Let's chat once this meeting is over. Can you spare the time?
Absolutely. In that case.
I get it. I've always believed in Rimuru from the start.
Definitely. I couldn't help but raise my fist in victory, sure of my success.
Wait, seriously? Is this your plan, Octogram? It's disappointing how easily you're all swayed.
Guy looked at me with resentment. But that's not important. Justice prevails in victory.
Guy, you have to admit defeat. I'm not fully convinced myself, but it's clear Rimuru is free from anyone's control.
Leon's regretful tone comforted us. This put an end to any doubts. Let's shift to a lighter topic. Now, only Leon was left.
So, Leon, what do you say?
My skill is the ultimate skill, Purity King Metatron.
Leon answered DeGruel's question straightforwardly. Huh? What did he just say? The Purity King Metatron ultimate skill is Angelic, right? The sense of helplessness from everyone was evident.
Hey, Leon, you're not one to joke around. This is serious. Please explain calmly.
Guy, I'm also short on time. The Purity King Metatron is my skill.
I'm sure everyone saw this as a big problem. Just when I thought the meeting was wrapping up, a major issue came up.
So, what do we do now? Hey, Rimuru-kun.
Don't dump it all on me. You're clearly trying to make me handle everything without hiding it.
Hey, you're the scoundrel here. Stop whining and figure out a solution instead.
Sorry, let's not get into an ugly argument.
I get Guy's point, Ruminas. Rimuru can really help in these situations.
Exactly. Let Rimuru take care of it and let's just relax with a cup of tea.
These coworkers are really self-absorbed. And Ruminas, you're the worst. I won't forget this insult. This is why demon lords are so powerful. What kind of teamwork is this? In the midst of it, DeGruel showed his frustration.
Rimuru, you've been through a lot. I've gotten to know you better, especially when you were looking after Dino, and I feel for you now.
He really is a kind person. Even though he's a big demon lord, looks can be deceiving.
DeGruel-san, thank you.
You don't need to use San. It's been mentioned before.
True. I should accept my demon lord identity by now. Being too modest doesn't always help in certain situations.
Thanks again, DeGruel.
No need for formalities. By the way, how's Leon doing?
DeGruel subtly nodded as the conversation went back to the main issue. Ruminas also agreed, showing understanding.
Exactly. He may look the same on the outside, but we need to check on Leon's status, right?
All eyes were on me. Talking to Leon directly would be best, but it seems he might not know what's going on. So, I'd have to make an educated guess, but first, I had a question.
As I mentioned earlier, when Dino betrayed us, the labyrinth was destroyed, and enemies got through our defenses. It's believed he made contact with Phantom King Feldway.
Once we stepped into the labyrinth, we couldn't communicate with the outside world anymore. It seemed like we could still connect somehow, maybe through telekinesis, or something like that.
Ruminas added to what I said. It seemed like she was open to working together at that moment. After Ruminas shared some useful insight, I turned to Guy and asked.
Hey, can you tell me what really happened here? I know Velzard-san went rogue and caused chaos, but I want to know all the details.
Guy acknowledged my awareness of the situation, saying,
You're up to speed on what went down.
Yeah, I think anyone who saw the aftermath would get it.
I replied. It was clear from the chaos that there was a clash between Guy and Velzard. My main concern is understanding the events that led to Velzard's betrayal and capture. Can they control the control circuit from a distance, or do they have to be close by for it to work? This detail is crucial in assessing the level of threat. Velzard and probably Dino got their powers from Veldanava, whereas Leon gained his abilities on his own. Even though his control circuit might still be working, there could be a malfunction causing the communication problems he's having. That's why we need to get precise information. Guy explained.
Feldway broke through the ice and snow barriers. Misery and Rain tried to stop him, but Velzard got in the way.
Basically, Feldway didn't directly engage but got close, similar to Dino's situation. This raises some questions.
So, are you saying there needs to be a close proximity to mess with the control circuit? Or is this all part of a trick?
It seems likely.
Leon, do you sense anything about yourself?
I don't sense anything. I'm just myself, and I don't feel influenced by anything.
Though Leon responded with confidence, even Lieutenant Kondu and Velgrand hadn't realized they were being controlled. Trusting his assertion was difficult.
In other words, I am your beloved.
You fool, obviously it's Chloe. I have no interest in you.
He looks to be doing okay. This honesty is clearly Leon's true nature. Furthermore, there is indeed evidence to support it.
Feldway's statements are recorded within the labyrinth.
Yes, that's right. During the confrontation between Feldway and Chloe, he said,
So that is how it is, ultimately. Even Lord Veltonova desires my triumph.
That was his exact words. From what he said, it can be inferred that even Feldway and Michael don't know who has the angelic ultimate skills. While this may have been a lie, there's no point in doubting it. Since my intuition says it's safe, I should trust Leon.
Performing predation on Leon and destroying the control circuit itself is one certain method.
Seal-san chimed in, but I disagreed. I didn't agree with targeting Leon for physiological reasons. So, my faith in Leon grew stronger.
Alright, we won't come to a conclusion just by talking here, and although I'm skeptical, I personally think it's fine. So, let's categorize Leon as gray close to black, and see what happens.
I declared.
Is that all right?
Guy asked, and I nodded in agreement.
I'm not completely sure yet, but I believe the enemy doesn't know where the angelic skill users are.
What makes you think that?
De Gruel asked, curious to hear my thoughts.
In Ramirez's labyrinth, there are reports of clashes with Feldway and his group. Based on what they said, I think they only know about skills given directly by Veldanova. Skills obtained on their own are probably unknown to them unless they're close by.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Just a Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jarius Ladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Dirty Old Hobo, Thomas, J, Christ, Juan Ignacio, Joshua Cousins, Jose Hernandez, Vethelny, Lunel Scarlett, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Chris Jr., Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyras, Alver, Normal Defate, Joshua Andrade, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J. Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Echo Ski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Jason Torres, Sesh, Guy Ansley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibuyol, Potate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, C. Clark. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.